if you're a normal human being living in this everyday life with its beautiful aspects like love and beautiful relationships, wonderful experiences like traveling or other things, but also with its more negative perks like bullshit with your friends, love or relationship problems, financial problems, etc. All that together, we mix that in a beautiful blend that is called life. It would be pretty normal to say that we could experience stress, anxiety, or in more broad terms, resistance or challenges in life. And if you say now, well, not me, I'm not experiencing anything negative, I'm doing A-okay, then you are lying, my dear friend, because everyone experiences this from time to time. But the big thing is that we don't see it often. Nobody really wants to openly talk about the shit that is going on in their lives, right? So it's still a very taboo. And especially on social media with the awesome traveling pictures that are flying around your head and just everything seems perfect, it's very easy to forget that actually everyone struggles from time to time. Everybody experiences the anxiety and stress that comes with our lives. But the thing is, not everybody deals with these things in the same way. Having had anxiety, negative thoughts, and negative self-talk a lot during my younger years, I've built up quite some experience on how to deal with this. And I want to share that with you. I was in this position when I was younger, having this anxiety, and the very dangerous thing that you can do in a situation like that is accepting your faith. In Zen philosophy, we do say that there is a certain acceptance that will make the anxiety less bad, but when you accept and you see yourself as a victim, then this is not a good place to be. There's this victim mentality where you actually spiral down into more and more negative thoughts, behavior, and experiences. And this came to a point that I thought, well, I guess this is my situation, and this is going to be my situation for the rest of my life. And this is very scary. And even now, thinking about that thought pattern that I had at that moment, it's a very scary place to be in. And this is true for a lot of people. When you look around in your daily society, there's a lot of people that blame things. Just like I blamed my situation for school or parents or friends, and I didn't feel good about myself. Well, that's how a lot of people go about their lives as well. And for me, that's just absurd thinking about that. Because this is step one, to go from a victim to a victor mentality is to take full control of your life. And it's not the fault anymore than just yourself. You're in full control and you have full responsibility. And then slowly but surely in my situation during my teen years, I started listening to more mentors online, in books, etc. And I built up certain techniques to go from a victim to a victor mentality. And this was not an easy road. It took long periods of time, but I can say now, in general, I'm feeling pretty good. Yes, sir. I'll give you one of the biggest examples of a good mentor that you can look into. And this guy says that motion creates emotion. So when you're in a negative thought cycle and you're just spiraling negative thoughts in your head, the way you get out of that is not by thinking about that even more, like, oh, don't be negative. That doesn't help ever. What he says is that moving your body, using your posture, your breath, and your body movements can make the difference in this specific topic. So that's why he says motion creates emotion.
Yes. Now I am the voice. Now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow. I will believe, not doubt. will create, not destroy. I am a force for good. I am a leader. Defy the odds. Set a new standard. Step up. Step up. Step up.
Video may seem a little crazy, like he's running some kind of cult, but this guy is legit and his techniques as well. We see very clearly in this example that he uses his body, his emotion, his voice, and everything else to influence that self-image and to create a victor mentality. And as soon as I did this, I really felt the difference, right? Because your body is just feeling completely different, which in turn influences your mind and vice versa. This is also called psychosomatics. Slowly but surely I built up this victor mentality, really. And the cool thing was, it didn't only influence my inner world, I saw this reflected in my outer world as well. Because when I started my higher education of bioengineering here at the university in Belgium, I was a very bad student. I tried to get in as much hours as I could, but I just studied in a completely bad way. It was not the real efficient way. I just was in this temporary victim mentality again. I can't do this. It won't work. What next? What do I do? Do I stop? Do I keep going? Etc. But using this mentality shift really got me going on the right path again. And now I can proudly say that I have finished not only my bachelor's but my master's degree in bioengineering, and it was with a very good grade.
My name is Christoph and I will be presenting my thesis subject and my progress so far. I will be talking about crown ether modified layer by layer membranes for selective cation retention. So layer by layer is actually a modification of nanofiltration membranes. We will expose the membrane surface alternatingly to positively or negatively charged polyelectrolytes.
And this is a great example in my case of why this mentality shift can just get you killing it in life more. There's a very interesting guy that I want to talk about for this topic as well, and his name is Viktor Frankl. You've probably heard from him and his very famous book, A Man's Search for Meaning. In short, this book is amazing, and if you haven't read it yet, you should definitely do that. He was one of the survivors of the Holocaust, so he's actually a Jewish citizen, and he was captured by the Nazis and put into the concentration camps. And I don't have to sketch an image here, really, because we all know that there were gruesome and horrible events that happened there to the Jewish citizens.
We're going to meet Viktor Frankl, the internationally famous psychiatrist, writer, and lecturer.
But everybody, in the midst of suffering, is given a chance to bear testimony of the human potential at its best, which is to turn a personal tragedy into a human triumph.
The main thing that he said in this book was that yes, he did suffer. He did suffer crazy and horrible things, and that there are two ways to deal with suffering. Because suffering in our lives is inevitable. We cannot run away from any of that. It will find us. So there are two ways to go about this. One is that we use this suffering, we give it a meaning to propel it into another aspect of our lives that can build us, that can be an experience of use for us. And that's exactly what he did. The funny thing is, his name is Viktor Frankl, and he had the victor mentality on point. He just didn't even know yet. His mentality was so good in this situation. The other way to do it is the victim mentality, and that is to not be able to put meaning to these events, to this suffering, and then you're just in victim mode. You will say that it's your fault or other people's fault, and you will accept your fate. And then this is not a good place to be skin at all. I really hoped you enjoyed this video, and if you really liked it, don't forget to press subscribe. It's really important for me. I would really appreciate that. And until next time, bye bye.